God sent an angel so my mom would know without a shadow of a doubt that this was a messenger from God. I'm telling you, if you in a place where it's dark and no human can save you, just raise your arms. Just raise your arms. Just say, help. I can't take this no more. Help. But don't fight the dark.
This week, our show is brought to you by our partner in crime, Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, green juice, can supercharge your life, restore that glow, and help you feel decades younger in just 30 seconds per day without having to worry about shopping for ingredients, mixing and blending them, and then cleaning up afterwards. All ingredients are USDA organic, vegan-friendly, and made without GMO ingredients, gluten, or soy. Where else can you get superfoods like chlorella, moringa, spirulina, wheatgrass, ashwagandha, and turmeric, just to name a few? So make sure you guys check it out at www.organifi.com/success. That's ORGANIFI.com/success.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success Podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
What's going on, y'all? What it do?
Reporting live from the Bayou. We'll get into that in a minute.
Sir.
We got Dr. King in the building. He finally got his package of shirts. He ready to go. I'm talking about an extra small. I'm talking about an extra small.
No, this one is an extra small, bro.
Oh, I'm talking about, bro.
It fits just right. You know
Let's just say this. I can see your heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? We got Douglas in the building. Douglas reporting live from the crib. What's happening?
Oh, man, bless y'all. I'm so excited that we were able to get this podcast in just before I went to bed.
Hey, we also have the Toothless Wonder. Even though he only has a couple teeth in his mouth, he's still the most handsome member of this podcast. Carlos Quinney III.
What up?
Hey.
What up?
Hey guys, welcome to Trey's Comedy Corner.
Thanks for having
What up,
us.
Troy?
Why shouldn't you buy anything with Velcro?
Why shouldn't you buy anything with Velcro, Trey?
It's a total ripoff.
Oh, he undefeated.
Good job, buddy.
Rip off.
Okay, so let's see. We got a lot. I feel like we got a lot of catching up. Mexico.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mexico. We got a lot of catching up to do. But let's start your current locations because I don't even know where everybody at. E seems to be in one of his homes. Carl looks to be in, what, is that somebody's house, the office? Where you at, bro?
We in the office. I'm in Terica's office. Just came down to support Terica with her her groundbreaking event, man. And Tamisha's birthday was right after, so we just made a long weekend out of it.
Okay. I
Carl
love
living that left side. See, he living that left
Hey.
side. Look at him.
Hey. It look a little different, Ma. It look a little different. My wife's smiling a little different now.
Oh, I love it. Did we talk about that? I don't even know if we talked about that. Shoot. But you know, we'll get into it. Maybe Carl will tell us about it later. Douglas, what's happening? What's the word?
Oh, man. Where we starting at? Because I don't want to start the podcast if this is just like a warm-up.
This is, I know you got things to do, so if you want to jump right into it, bro, I promise you, I ain't going to stop you.
Oh, no. So if you say what's up, just a
Because
normal
I did
what's
have
up.
a fair file, a real one.
Okay, yeah, go. Let's go. Hit me with the fair file.
Oh, you already heard it. You were a part of it.
Oh, okay.
Can I tell that one or is that too? See, sometimes y'all, I gotta watch it because I'm a little less refined than E, and so I still gotta uphold the brand. But at the same time, it's real fair files that I want to bring to the table to the listening audience.
Well, I don't know what it is, so you just gonna have to bring it because I don't know.
It had to do with an insurance policy. Look. I'm waiting on E to get it.
Go for it.
I'm waiting on him to get it. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, you know I'm slow, man.
Okay. Where is Didi around? Tell her she ain't got to come on camera, but can she hear?
She can't. Didi, come out so you can hear, Didi.
Yeah, she ain't got. I know she ain't gonna get on camera, but just tell her I want her to hear.
Okay, she here. She can hear you now.
And then now, Didi, this was me. Trey, bring my headphones. This was me and E's fair file. I want to say that both of us were in on this. So of course we're responsible individuals, and so we said, "Yo, you got to have life insurance, in case anything happens to us." The man.
Oh, no question.
I think he just caught it.
Oh, no question. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no question. I think he was going to go there.
I'm going there. Listen,
Didi, come so you can hear. You can't.
Didi, come on. You got to hear this now.
Yeah, come on over here. Yeah, I'm in on this one all the way. C was the one that originated it, but I'm like, I co-sign. I co-sign that.
I did.
Yeah.
So as responsible husbands and breadwinners of the family, we've all taken our life insurance policies and took them to the next level. But I told E, we were talking today, I said, I'm about to up my policy. Because as you grow and, you get more expenses and stuff, you need more stuff to, take care of the family.
And we want to make sure they're taken care of if we leave before them.
Right.
We want to make sure they have millions of dollars. Absolutely.
Right. With one small caveat.
Yeah, one small caveat.
Now, fair file, I told E, Diddy, if I so happen to, knock on wood, die early and Candace get 5-6 million. If somebody else come along and hit that, I need the policy voided immediately.
It's over. It's over.
You gotta void it. Over.
Because Lil
Hey,
Candy
Mom, I
gonna
want
buy
the
them
policy
satin
dead.
But Lil Candy gonna buy them satin European sheets, and her and my man gonna be sliding all the way through that bed. Come on now, C.
Oh, what she said like that? Foul.
I told C, Mom. I said, yo, C, I usually follow you on 99.9%. I'm following you on this one. I got a caveat. If Didi get with somebody else, Ma, all the $5 million go to a scholarship to some kid in Africa.
And guess what we gonna be singing? We gonna be singing CJ and E, you appreciate it. CJ, don't you know?
Ma, I can't do it, bruh. Carl, you can't have nobody out here in Jamaica with your girl.
When C said it, the thought of it, y'all, I was like, oh no, I'm putting that in my will right now. I said, if you take him to Jamaica, he paying for it, Ma. He ain't getting on my dime.
I'm talking about the whole policy void.
You know what's so crazy? I ain't even think about nothing like that. All these years I done had a trust, a will, and I ain't never even thought about nothing like. See, now you about to make me call up my attorney.
Yeah, no, listen.
I'm about to put a clause in there right now.
I need a strict celibacy policy. I'm not even saying you can't go out on a date and hang with somebody.
No.
But the minute somebody
have a best friend, have a BFF.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm talking about the second that go down. I'm talking about I want the policy to evaporate into dust. Like, just
Dang. Cold-blooded.
No doubt. I'm with you 100% there, C. I got you. I got your back on that one.
When Didi just start describing the sheets and all that, I'm like, yeah, that's foul.
The visual.
I can't go there.
Bro.
Yeah, no.
Hey, she said Egyptian silk.
So
Egyptian silk.
We're all laughing. I would love to hear. I heard E's true thoughts. E was like, see, usually you go too far, but I'm signing up for that.
Oh, right there. You was on target with that one.
Oh, no, it's foul. Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. That's foul. I can't put all this investment in for somebody to walk into that. That's foul.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Bro, you just financing a whole sexcapade. You know what I'm saying?
All this work. No.
Yeah.
Maul, you good?
Oh, I've already sent Damon a text message, bro. It's already done deal. So y'all can have
fellas,
fun.
listen
I ain't
up.
even against the fun. Y'all can have fun, but you just ain't gonna have it on my count.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That 9 to 5
Nah.
millionaire, man, that boy was, my man be sitting there trying to wear my hats, and all type of stuff, man. Be up on the podcast. Oh, no, that ain't happening.
got more tight shirts on.
Working out on your equipment in
In
the
my
basement.
gym. Don't
He
do
getting
gym.
bumped.
Come on, man. You know what? My
He's
gym
swimming in your swimming pool with his birthday suit on.
Let me tell you something, bro. My gym is more sacred than almost any room in this house. Now you can't be in my gym. That's that. Come on.
He off in your gym, Ma.
Fam, if he in your gym, dog, and you paying, dog.
Cap. And I ain't never said that before, Ma. But I'm saying it today. Cap.
Bro, that is
Put the cap on that
horrible.
policy.
Cap.
Death insurance. You know what I'm saying?
I think this might be the
Over
first time
my
in the
dead
history
body.
of the podcast we all agree on a fair foul.
That's it.
All
On something.
agree. Facts.
That's the
a
first
fact.
time.
Yep.
That's the first time.
Wow.
All right, well, no, that was, I had to get that off to
Why
y'all because I was
say
like,
that at the
oh,
beginning
no,
of the podcast,
sir.
though? You should have said that at the end. Now I can't even
Mess up your
focus.
whole vibe.
I'm pissed.
Look, all the fellas in the world out there now calling their attorney and like, yo, I got to put, you know what I'm saying? I got to put that in there. No, I'm sorry, yo, I'm petty. And even from the grave, I want you to know that this is it. You just chose. If I die too early, you chose wrong. You just hold out till we both meet Jesus.
What would the name of that clause be, see?
You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Okay, my bad. Yeah, hold out till we both meet
I said,
Jesus.
what would the name of that clause be that you'll put in your insurance policy? What would you call it?
He called it the virginity clause earlier.
Yeah.
But maybe celibacy would be the more accurate term.
No, bro. No, I want you to go back to all the way to the beginning before Yeah. Uh-oh. Did he say, meanwhile, let's flip the switch? Let's flip the switch. She said, meanwhile. That's the next podcast. We'll talk about that one on the next one.
Thank y'all for joining the Secret of Success. We'll see you next week.
Let's go.
All right, man. Well, appreciate y'all sticking with us through some silliness and also some real talk. All right, so that's a nice little topic of conversation y'all can have with y'all family. All right, E, I'm sorry for wasting your time. I know it's late. We usually don't do the podcast this late, but I feel like the energy's better when we go in the afternoon. And
when everybody get up.
Yeah, exactly. So go for it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I want Didi to come in for a quick second. I'm going to have her. Of course, she said she ain't going to get on camera, but I just want to, we talked about Mexico, man, and we didn't get a chance to talk about it yet. Of course, we were there, but I kind of want, I want for you guys, like your highlights, your highlight. But for me, man, it was, and Maul always talk about living on the left side, and I'll get back to actually Mexico in a minute, but I want to talk about, everybody knows by now that Orlando, I did my first gig ever. Like in the year, seemed like Carl and forever. I hadn't done a gig since March of 2020. Right. So this was my first one. And so Didi was like, you know what? We both agreed, like instead of leaving Mexico and going to Detroit, or Michigan, and then flying back to Orlando, we're like, let's just go Sunday. And I was like, bet, but Didi was like, look, we taking a vacation from the vacation, but she was like, look, you're not doing that flight attendant mess. Like, you ain't calling people, telling them you there, you ain't hanging out. She was like, yo, the conference was fire, but you had to speak, I did a few things, you know what I'm saying? She just like, y'all had to do the podcast, whatever. So she like, we didn't get our time. Mm-hmm. So I was tripping more because I was like, wow, what a blessing to be able to take a vacation from or a vacation from the trip. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, man, it was it was a blessing. And so Didi actually went 2 weeks. She was like, watch how you say that. But she went 2 weeks without having to clean up or, do anything. She was, but, and again, and I saw a difference, Maul, Carl, C, I saw a difference, bruh, with us having the butler in Mexico, us, room service when we got back, and we didn't have a schedule when we got, to Orlando. So I'm gonna let Dee Dee say something real quick, but she was just saying how good of a trip it was and kind of just breaking down like, man, why it was what it was. But for me, I think it was the trip. It was a trip after the trip, man. I'm gonna try to do that every year. I'm gonna try to schedule, a trip, what I'm saying, after we finish a major, trip like that. So, D, just talk about, for you, Mexico, the experience either in Mexico, what you loved about it, or either, the trip to Orlando.
Oh yeah, no, both trips were phenomenal, and reason being is because we literally got a chance to leave all of our cares and worries behind. It's just like, oftentimes you wonder why, you don't get grown man gifts, and you don't get grown man gifts
all right, now,
because people are stressed out. People are tired. People, it's a lot of responsibility. Between love and life. Like I saw Camille looked like she wasn't even walking no more. It looked like Camille was floating or flying.
Hey, that's what
I'm
she was looking like.
Yeah, she didn't release them gifts.
Hey, Dee Dee, if that's how you saw her in Mexico, then you definitely should have saw her in Guatemala.
Yeah, no, so that's just the message to all the men. It's just like, you want to get grown man gifts, you got to do grown man things. Like, go ahead and take care of your woman and release her of some of them duties.
Oh, you preaching now. You preaching. You preaching, Dee Dee.
Yeah, okay.
She's been gang.
Yeah, no, so that's all. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, we carry, as women, we carry a lot. Like auntie, mother, sister, like we are literally the glue. And so it's just like, half of the time we're so stressed out until we can't take care of ourselves or, we kind of neglect our marriage, which is not an excuse, but it's just like, when you do grown man things, you get grown man return. Yep.
Okay, that's a bar. Yeah, that's a bar.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was just saying,
Wow.
For real, man. I was just
wait
like,
a minute.
wow.
That's a whole, a lot of y'all
I was
out
just
there.
like, yo, I'm telling everybody who's listening, stop being cheap. Stop being cheap, man. Make the investment, and not just with us, but after the phenomenal
I'm done
life.
saying that. Do it with us.
Huh?
Make the investment with us. I'm done saying not with us.
I'm saying with us, but I'm saying after you finish with phenomenal life, either the week before or the week after, you need to take your, wife somewhere else. Live on the left side of the menu. But to Dee's point,
I guess all three of y'all got the memo because Carl went to Louisiana with his wife, Maul went to Guatemala, and you went to Orlando. So that explains my drought over here. You know what I'm saying? That explains.
But what she not talking about, hold on, E. Because the day me and Camille got back from Mexico, I see CJ on the beach. Yes. Got his bride. It was Candace's birthday.
Right.
It was Candace. Come on, dog. Don't do yourself like that now.
Come on, man. He stayed afterwards. He stayed a week after.
He had a vacation after the vacation.
He said a week. I stayed 2 days. He told me I stayed a week.
But he had the little lobster dinner on the beach.
It felt like a week.
I was there Sunday and Monday. I came home Tuesday morning. He told me he stayed for a week.
Hey, we didn't do the podcast. It felt like a week.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I did stay, and it was Candace's birthday, so it was amazing. But let me tell y'all something, and this is an ad, you know what I'm saying, for Phenomenal Life 2022. Wow, it seemed crazy to say that. Shout out to everybody who came to Phenomenal Life 2021. Again, we had, obviously, the year was crazy. Y'all ended up making it out. Man, did we have an incredible time, man. One of the most relaxing, peaceful, fun, excursions. I mean, we doing excursions. E doing one-on-ones. We doing marriage stuff. We doing just regular stuff. Like, I can't wait till next year. Hopefully, again, the COVID is pretty much under control for real. So we can get the white party stuff back going. But listen, Phenomenal Life 2022. Tay actually sent me some stuff from Phenomenal Life 2022. Y'all want to go right now. Right now. It's buy one, get one free. Right now. So you and your homie, you and whoever, you get one room, 2 of y'all can go. All right. So it's half the price. Phenomenal Life 2022. We're going to Punta Cana, May 25th to April 2nd.
Can we go back to Mexico? Shoot.
April
I want to go back.
No, wait. April 20th. What did I? Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like April 25th. May 2nd. Yeah.
April 25th to May 2nd. So sorry about that.
Hey,
it's always
when does
over
that
Candace's
deal
birthday,
end,
which is dope. You said
Hey,
what?
when does that deal? I want people to hear when that deal ends. I know that ain't gonna last forever. That buy one get
She
one.
didn't put it here, but it says buy one and bring a person for free. So I don't know when that goes up, but I can tell you this: the platinum VIPs are already gone. There's another. That's the package. You know what I'm saying? Where you get a little extra ET in your life. The next one, the junior platinum package, is me, Carl, and Maul.
Hey,
and so
no
that's
doubt.
not surprisingly, that one's still available. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, see, but you got, you know what? That package got to go along with the junior suite. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
The
yeah,
junior
for
suite
sure.
can stay in. You know, that's
Oh yeah,
like
no
that.
question. Junior
I like
platinum,
that.
junior
I
sweet.
like that.
Let me ask Ida. So Ida, Didi buy all your packages because it sounds like you doing grown man stuff now. So did she buy all your time?
I got it. I got to check with Tay to make
She
sure.
bought that
but-
package a long time ago, Carl.
Yeah. Hey, I got to check with Didi on that. But what I will say this though, man, like for real, you heard it from my wife's mouth.
Yeah.
You ain't hear it from me. you heard it from my wife, bro. Like our spouses, you know, they want to, and you know what's so funny about D? She would have never, like she ain't never on, let's go on a week's vacation, let's whatever. Like she said, she in that mother mode, that wife mode, mother mode first, you know what I'm saying? Grind mode, you know what I'm saying? Work at the church, first lady mode.
Yeah.
But she loved the trip, Maul.
Yeah.
But she not gonna say she wanted. And then I had to do the one in Orlando because at first she was like, how much money we gonna have to spend? I was like, yo, they gonna bless us because I gotta speak. So I only gotta pay for a night or so. So she's like, all right, but love not having to get up. Love going shopping. We went shopping. Love getting up every day, going to the gym.
Yeah.
We worked out together.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling y'all, man, like when you go to these resorts, they got a nice gym. You and your bride, you know what I'm saying? You and your bride can get up and go work out. I think Carl was on the beach in the morning, hitting the ocean a couple times. Like, y'all, it is it's like paradise. It reminds me, Maul, I'm going to tell my age, Maul, they play.
boy.
You know what I'm saying? They play.
Let's go.
You know, it reminds me, man, of that, the Love Boat,
tattoo.
you know. And so, man, I'm telling y'all, the excursions. Carl, put this pic up for me. I'm going to send it to you. Put this in for me. But Carl, myself, Tamisha, Didi, and Tommy, we did the, the ATVs, Carl?
ATVs, yep.
The ATVs, Didi drove. Bruh, she was trying to keep up with Carl and that. I want y'all to see some of the video clips of that. When she got off, you could just see she was radiating, bro, just glowing. And then we hit, the water, you know, she did her thing. And so I'm telling y'all,
Yeah,
man.
what we'll do is, Carl, if we could, we'll send y'all some pics and weave them into this portion right here. Just like, man, we did some crazy adventure type stuff, man. It was awesome. And
so y'all, I don't know what was y'all favorite part of it? You know, like, did y'all have a favorite part?
Yep, so for sure. Go for it, see.
Go for it. No, go for it, Carl.
Hey, so mine is weird, man. Mine is the tunnels, the dark tunnels that we went through. And I explained it for our audience, but we went through these tunnels, y'all, that for real, and I'm not going to exaggerate. It's probably about 10 to 15 minutes of complete darkness. Like I'm talking about, my man looked at me when I was going there and said, hey, bro, you're not going to need your glass. I was like, no, you don't know how my eyes set up. No, I need these. He's like, no, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
No, you're not. You're right.
You're not going to need them, bro. You can't see nothing in there. So they make you take your shoes off. Like it's a sensory experience. They're trying to show you that when one sense is not, there fully, your other senses are heightened. And I'll be real with y'all. I'm going in this thing, man. And Maul, I'll let you tell C's part. But we
They got to get that at the
last
conference.
week.
That's part of
No,
my
we talked
Let's get
about
the
y'all
conference
forgot. Y'all getting old. We talked about it at the conference. But we ain't going
On the
into
live
detail,
joint.
Carl, so keep going.
Yeah, but yeah, so we're going in. So they're taking you through different zones, so different temperatures. And I'm talking about the first one was like a desert. So immediately as we get to the door, I'm talking, it's like 100 degrees, just a heat blowing you on sand. The sand is hot. But you turn that corner, I'm talking about a couple seconds in, for real, there's zero light, nothing. You're literally just using your hands to navigate. They're pumping sounds and you're hearing animals and all that. Then you go into a rainforest area. You can feel spray on you, the water on you. You could hear a little lake coming by, and then all of a sudden you step into the water, you're climbing up on rocks. And all the while, for real, there's plants brushing your legs. So if you, any scared of the dark, claustrophobic, any of that, for real, this is facing your fear. This fear factor type stuff, for real. So I'm sitting in there and I'm just like, I've never been that uncomfortable for real. I'm not even gonna pretend with y'all. I've done a couple of roller coaster things. I ain't been that uncomfortable where I have no control. But the deep thing for me, that why this was such a big thing for me, was that I was able to tell my mind stop. Because going through it, like for real, your mind is going crazy. There's so much happening and your mind is, oh my gosh. And I'm thinking Tamisha's about to go through it. So that was like an added stress. I'm like, oh, Tamisha's about to die in here. I'm gonna have to crawl back through here and find her and drag her out. But I'm going through it, dude. And my mind, Maul, I start reciting the scriptures. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Bro, I'm squatting. It's just like so uncomfortable. And I want people to understand, I'm not scared like I'm about to like, I'm just like not in control of my mind. I'm anxious, so my body's just responding. I was like, yo, you gotta stop. Ain't nothing you could do. If you turn around halfway through, you still gotta go through half the blackness to get back. Yeah. So it was a moment where I was like, yo, stop. And I had to do it probably like 2 or 3 times. Like the first time, all right, cool, stop, next step. There came a moment, this was the point that was like the highlight for me. You're feeling your way through, and literally in front of me, I hit a wall. So I'm like, what in the world is going on? Like, I'm stuck in here now. Oh my gosh. So I'm like, yo, you gotta go under this joint. And it's probably like you gotta crouch down and go under this little tunnel, whatever it is. And I'm telling y'all, I don't know that was claustrophobic.
That threw me.
It was real. It was real. So dark, and now you're going in this little crouch space to go through. And the good thing is, it wasn't super long. It was a couple feet, but you come back out. But like that moment, of like being able to go through that, and the way they set it up, like you could see I'm talking about like a flicker of light, probably a good 3 minutes before you get to the end. And it's just like, yo, keep walking, just take the next step. And it was so huge for me. Like I walked out of that like, yo, this life. Like you go through, you wake up in a day, you have no idea what's going on. A lot of people are scared of it. But for me, it's like, yo, take the next step. Whether you go forward or backward, it's still dark. You just keep going, like just go forward, take the next step. And the last thing, barefooted was important, because, and y'all could talk about it, but I'm literally using my toes to feel, oh, that's a rock. Okay, cool. That's a steady rock. Or I can plant my foot here. Good. Yeah. Next step. So just moving through that process, man, was something that I think like freed me.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it freed me.
It was
mentally.
unbelievable, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, Carl. I can't tell you the last time I remember as an adult being in the dark, going
like
through a maze. You know what I'm saying? I just don't remember being in the dark like that and feeling that, you know, I won't use the word helpless, because it was like you said, I took my left hand. Do you know, I never told anybody, but that later that day and that next day, Carl, my left wrist was bothering me. And I was like, why is my wrist bothering me so much? But I used my left hand to go through the whole thing. I never used my right hand.
Right, me too.
I used my left hand the whole time.
My right hand was ready to swing on something.
Yeah, you feel me? I was just like, keep your right. You know what I'm saying? It's all you got is your good right hand. You know what I'm saying? But Carl, there was a time where I just was like, yo, bro, relax and have fun with this. Like, just enjoy it. Like, it is what it is. It's dark, and they throw the water on you. The water got me. It's like they hit the hot water on you, the cold water on you out of nowhere. And like you said, now, the cool thing is the wall must have been 6 feet, because I ain't really get that experience.
He walked straight up under.
You know what I'm saying, Maul? You know what I'm saying, Maul? Hey, Maul.
You just cleared it at
just
5,
a little bit,
6.
Maul. Yeah. I had to go down a little bit more, but it wasn't like I didn't hit my head or nothing like that.
Yeah.
It just, I felt it. When I had my hand, I just felt, because I got the hat on, I felt just a little something, and I bent down. But Carl, I kept saying to myself, stop wondering how far you have to go. Because that's what was bothering me. Like, it wasn't really nothing wrong with the hookup, but it was like, how long you got? And I was like, yo, enjoy the journey, bruh. Just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know you're going to get out. Like, C was next to me, so I ain't hear him screaming and hollering.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I'm good. I don't hear Carl screaming and hollering, so
I can't
it must
say
be
I didn't hear
good.
C screaming and hollering. Okay.
Hey,
that's
maybe
why
I was a little ahead of C.
I'm going to start mine off with saying, you got to be careful who you hang with. All right? You got to be careful who to the left and the right of you. Because sometimes you can hear a voice, and that voice, your mind could be on something totally different, but that voice will make you start feeling things and hearing things that you don't even hear.
Well, sometimes it's the voice of reasoning.
Let me tell you something. The second we walked in the cave, you and Carl went first. And then it was C.
Yeah, me and Carl went first.
And then it was C turn. And then C walks in, and I was like, oh, okay, we good. We gravy. Soon as C walked in, I walked in. And I'm in the cave. And then all of a sudden, I heard CJ say, oh, man, it's hot in here. I can't do this. And then I said, what? And you only got one real good ear, but I heard that.
Right.
Man, I go ahead and I turn around and I heard C voice sound like it was getting further back to the starting point. So he went out, so I turned around and I ran back out the cave. And I said, man, if my dog, me and C, we both play football. This is my dog. So if it's something that C don't feel comfortable, me and C have been in the most dangerous situations together. I ain't gonna get into detail, but so I know how he get down. So I'm like, if he feeling some heat,
struggling.
I need to get up out of here before I pass out. I've passed out a couple times in my life. And when we was walking through that thing, man, I don't know if you remember, CJ noticed I had LASIK surgery on my eyes, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
And for extra $500 an eye, they gave me night vision. All right, so CJ think it's cap, but it's really because I work midnights. I'm not even joking right now. I work midnight.
RoboCop.
So they put these.
Ball.
It takes the glare out, and it enhances. So it's kind of like having HD vision.
Wow.
So you could see in the cave?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I could in the beginning. But let me show you something. Wow. That's why I keep telling you, you cannot depend on your eyesight in life. Because of my eyesight, that's when I had my eyes open, that's what made me turn around and start back in the beginning point. I went through that cave for about 10 or 15 minutes with my eyes open. I wasn't feeling around. I wasn't depending on those sensory, like Carl talking about. I was depending on my expensive night vision.
Sight.
And messed around and turned right back around. I went through this whole cave and I seen daylight and I went to the light. And next thing I know, I was right.
I was like, I finished. What y'all still doing here?
I was like, so I thought it was a joke. I thought it was cap. I'm like, I'm right back at the starting point. And then the guy was like, no, you can't turn around. So I didn't turn around. I was going forward. And then the second time I just closed my eyes and I kept going. But then this was the time period when I closed my eyes that I visualized something totally different. I was visualizing me on the beach. I was visualizing, we walked through that water. It was like the water at the beach. I was visualizing the sun and the sand, And so that's why, and I was saying that at the conference, like, guys, when you're going through things in life, like, what do you see? When you close your eyes and you're going through something, what image do you see? And I think that's so important. Some people, I saw better with my eyes closed than I did when my eyes were open.
Yep.
Because when my eyes were closed, I was able to control my environment. I was able to control what I saw. When I heard that bear, I was picturing the little cuddly looking bear. When the water, I wasn't picturing some old mud water. I was picturing the nice water at the beach. So it's just amazing just how you can close your eyes and come up with different images. But it's so crazy is that, a couple days later, Camille and I left Mexico and we went to Guatemala, right? Left side of the menu, right? We went to Guatemala to have another vacation. And in Guatemala, I had to depend on, I wish that I was in that cave. That's how hard this thing was. We walked up a volcano. And I showed C pictures. I FaceTimed him actually up at the top of the volcano. But it didn't
go to YouTube. We'll put the pictures in there.
Yeah, so we walked up a volcano. Man, this is what you call a close-up on the lava. This is what you call a close-up. And this volcano
I thought it was cap. Mar was like, it's a live volcano. I was like, bruh, you ain't walking up no volcano. Bro, I started seeing lava sliding. I was like, fam, what are you doing?
It's not wrapped off. It's not roped off. It's not, but it's just a mental thing. I had to do it. So it was 16 of us, and I'll tell y'all the short part. It was 16 of us that started off. Soon as you get to this point, they got all of these people from the village with horses and things like that. And we like, no, we don't need a horse. We're going to walk up this thing. 16 of us started off this journey up this mountain. Only 4 of us finished. I'm talking about it was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And this is no roped off. It's not any police out there. Literally, I was standing right next to the lava as the lava was coming down. It was probably one of the most dangerous things I've ever done, but it was one of the most rewarding things I've ever done at the same time.
And you know what, too? I think me and Carl had talked about this when we were there. Because Didi was like, yo, I'm going to, she's like, I'm going to test the limits. Like, Didi was like, yo, some of the things that I'm naturally afraid of, heights, whatever, I'm going to get on the zip line buoy and it goes throw you in the water or whatever. And I was telling Carl, because me and Carl did the hour and 20-minute zip line buoy. It's like 7 of them. I was just like, and I want y'all for real, for those of you who are listening, please hear what I'm saying. Like, try to really not take what I'm saying out of context. But we were like, yo, you know how high we were up on that zip line? And listen to me, Ma, absolute strangers, we don't know who they are, taking the the different apparatuses, putting them
stuff.
on.
Yeah.
Telling us we good, go. You feel me? And I'm talking about, Ma, we so high in the sky, bruh, anything go wrong, we dead. And me and Carl was just talking about, bruh, the faith that we had in strangers, the faith that we had in their tools, they ropes to take you from one point to the next. We climbing up steep stairs, bruh. Like when you going on the zip line, boy, the way it's designed, like you coming up, you could slip and fall, like literally. Like if you trip when you go up there, you just going down. It's like a little small, like bruh, it's not
staircase. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bruh. And so what I'm saying is like, yo, we had all that faith to walk in this man-made cave in the dark by ourselves. They didn't split us up. We ain't even together where we can like, but yet, Ma, we have little to no faith in ourselves. We have little or no faith, man, in our endeavors. But we will I told Didi, I was like, man, we flew from doggone, you know how many miles we flew in the air to get to Cancun, and then we drove an hour. We don't even know who these people are.
Don't even know the pilot name.
We don't know. We just assume they taking us where they say they taking us. Bruh, all of this faith for a vacation, some excursions, but yet you have the audacity when it comes to your own gifts and talents and abilities. You scared. You playing it safe. Like, yo, it doesn't make sense. So all I'm saying is, think about Ma walking up this volcano. I'm like, have Ma lost his mind? I still got properties I'm recording on Ma for. He done lost his rabbit mind. Like, what are you doing? Why are you playing these games? As Didi say, why are you playing these reindeer games? Like, what are you doing?
Rudolph.
You know what I'm saying? But yet he went up that a real volcano. You know what I'm saying? That could have just, I'm talking about, blew his whole little side, his left side of the menu off, But we take these risks, we take these chances, and I'm not suggesting that we don't, but I'm saying people have died, Carl, on Ferris wheels.
Yeah.
People have died. Wow.
Can y'all see it?
Wow.
My Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I see it.
Hey, I don't have home court advantage, so I'm not sure yet. So we good. The Wi-Fi is doing its
crazy.
That's smoke, Carl.
I mean,
I'm seeing smoke, Ma.
Yeah.
My man behind, he got his eyes closed.
That's crazy.
It was when I say
So yeah, Ma, I'm just saying the same faith, whatever is the greatest amount of faith you've exercised on a plane, doggone it, Greyhound. If you took the Greyhound long distance, whatever is the greatest amount of faith you've ever used, use that faith on yourself. Use that faith on your family. Use that faith on your business. Like, stop being afraid of you and your life and your abilities, but yet you're going to put trust in a pilot you don't know, 30,000, 35,000 feet. You know what I'm saying?
During COVID.
Above ground.
You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
During COVID.
During COVID, bruh. I mean, hey, Ma, they told us specifically, you get tested with COVID, you up off in this joint for a minute. You ain't going home for 2 weeks. Yep. And we still took a chance, Ma. And listen to me, there are people who test positive, for real. There are people who don't test negative, and they end up staying for 2 weeks. So I'm just saying, man, I don't want to sound corny, but for the love of God and for the rest of your life, bet on you, man.
Yeah.
Bet on you. Stop betting on other people and trusting other people. Bet on you.
Hey, E, you know what's so crazy, man? And I'm sitting here trying to compare the two. When we went through the cave, I ain't even gonna lie, I wasn't gonna tell C at the time, but I was kind of nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like nervous. Yeah. I wasn't fearful.
You should have been.
But I was just nervous, like not knowing what to expect and stuff like that. You know, just like what's going on? But that same, like, we knew that this was a man-made thing. They want you to get an experience, right? Yep. And they were giving you an experience. So you knew that you really wasn't going to die. Like, you knew this. You knew that I'm going to go through this thing. They're going to try to scare me maybe. I'm not going to really die, though. It's not real. But I was more fearful with that doggone man-made experience, knowing that I wasn't going to die, than I was going up a real volcano with lava spitting out. I'm talking about, we literally, I was less than 10 feet. I got a video, and Carl, I can send you the video where I'm talking and the lava is going right by me, less than 8 to 10 feet away from me. And the lava just literally, what Camille was like, all right, Jamal, you getting crazy now, like literally. And I just was like, I gotta do this.
Thank you, Camille.
Yeah, I was just like, man, I gotta do this because I gotta overcome the feel. Like, this is real life. Like, you could really, you could fall down that bad fella. You could really die. And it was just amazing, though. Sometimes you gotta just get over you and get over your fears. And I think that's big with me. I like doing things where I gotta, and I ain't gonna do it again, but I gotta just overcome that.
Yeah, please don't.
No doubt.
Yeah. Hey, and if you do, Maul, I can't, bruh. I'm gonna have to let Camille would be in her right to have worship with somebody else.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Stupid
You gonna do
like
some
that.
dumb stuff like
Exactly.
that. You know what I'm saying, Paul? You gotta go do some dumb stuff like that and take your life on a volcano. That's premature death.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help Camille with the worship. I'm gonna say, Camille, I'm gonna go to Chicago,
your
find you
policy
another
still gonna
Jamal.
be valid.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, Camille, my man was dumb for that. He had no right to go up that volcano and lose his life. Well, yeah. So don't do that again, Maul,
I got you.
please.
Nah, it's a wrap. I think of something different.
No, that's a real thing. E. So I mean, obviously, when people ask us about, we obviously bring this more to practical, real life stuff right now. But when people ask us about quitting our job, you know what I mean? Like, yo, we literally left the university, and obviously, again, there's fear there, there's anxiety there.
Yeah.
Talk about doing it anyway. I think that's the thing that's crazy is like, yo, when I went in that cave and I got hit with that heat wave, I was like, okay, I'm not comfortable, but I did it anyway. You know what I mean? And so I think people think I gotta feel great about it in order to do it. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no question.
Like people like, yo, I gotta be in the mood. All the situations and circumstances gotta be perfect in order to do it. Then I'll do it. Yeah. So talk about doing it anyway. Like I think people like Maul. You heard Maul. It's not that I'm just the bravest person in the world. I'm gonna go do this. I did it anyway, in spite of the fear and anxiety.
Well, hey, I'll say this, and this could just be, the pilot in me, but I feel a lot more comfortable. Now I ain't going to Volcano, but if Maul was going on a volcano, I probably would have went with him. When we walked in that. Those caves, and then, hey, I ain't gonna say no names, but let me just say, it was more than just me and Carl that went to the zip line, okay? Let me just say that. It was just more than me and Carl, but me and Carl was the only two that actually got on it. And can I be real? I was like, I'm going by myself if I have to. I was like, yo, I come too far, see? Like, I come too far. We stood in a long line. You know what I'm saying? 45-minute line. First of all, I'm pissed at them because we could have got in and been about 10 minutes. They sitting around chilling. So I'm literally a group, like a huge group, end up getting in front of us. So we end up having to wait. And I was like, I'm doing it anyway. And I saw Carl like, oh no, I ain't gonna let E go on the solo. I'm gonna go with him, right? Because everybody was like, yo, first they was like, we'll do it if it's one. But they was like, nope, you can't do one. You got to do all 7.
Yeah.
Like they was like, you can't do one. And we was like, what? They was like, yeah, because if you do one, it's going to, like, literally, see, we could see ourselves going over the freeway.
Bruh.
You feel me? Like, that's how high and far we went, bro.
I did it
we
before.
went over the cars, bro. So it was like, if you would have got on that one and had to walk, you'd have been walking, bro. I'm talking about like a 2-3 mile walk to get back to the resort. You feel me? And so I think sometimes if you with the right crew, it makes it easier to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got the right team, so y'all gotta understand when we quit, listen to what I said, when we quit, it was we. So it was a lot easier when it was like, all right, what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, how we gonna get out of this? So that'd be the first thing I would say. I felt very confident because I wasn't going into the war alone. I wasn't going into the dark cave alone. And y'all might think I'm playing, but as soon as I got out the cave, I was looking to my right. I was looking to my right because I went into the far left one, like the first one you could go to on the left. So it was no more after me. So as soon as I came out, I looked. And as soon as I came out, I ain't really know where I was, what was going on, but I saw C in front of me. I was like, oh, we cooking with grease. Nah, C out there choking. I'm like, we good. I made it out. I'm on it. I don't even know if Marvin, C could have been in the wrong spot. I don't know, but it was like, okay, 2 of us in the wrong spot.
Facts.
So I saw C and start booking, start running. Then I saw Tamisha saw me running, and Tamisha was like, oh, there go E. E, hold up. I was like, what you doing? I was like, C right in front of us. She's like, where's Ma? I was like, I don't know. I'm not.
Ma was back at the
sure.
starting line.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know where Maul is. She's like, where Carl? I was like, I don't know. But see you up there. So I'm about to go up there with C. So I would say C first. You know, it's a lot easier to do it if you have a team of people that's doing it. Number 2, you know, and this might sound stupid, but, you know, I'm like, hold up. We literally rely on, and it's going back, you know, the people might say corny, but I was like, yo, we relied on Michigan State.
Yep.
We relied on the department we were working for. Like, yo, these are people who absolutely have no real genuine love and concern about us.
No.
You feel me? Like, these people don't care about us like that. It's a job. But yet, they made a commitment to pay us hourly. They made a commitment to give us insurance. They made a commitment to give us, like, we had a bomb 401k. Well, I had a bomb 401k, my bad. But you know what I mean, Ma.
I got you.
It's still weed, Ma.
Are we going to split that? See, are we going to
You know
split
what I'm
that
saying? We
three-way?
gonna split that. Y'all know I'm gonna split it with y'all. Y'all know better than that. So, Didi talk about not me. I'm not splitting mine with
That's
them.
our pitch.
Hey, see,
Hey,
she said
as long
she's
as you
splitting hers
remain a
with her
virgin
man.
when he gone.
Yeah, she said she's splitting hers with her new man. See,
Jerome. Didi and Jerome.
Jerome rolled in the house. And so, yeah.
No, I thought you were done. Go ahead, finish up.
No. So I was just gonna say, Carl, I just felt like in my heart of hearts, if the university could take care of us, I just know we could take care of ourselves, Maul. I just felt like that, Maul. Like the university came through. We never missed a check. They made sure the health insurance, I ain't never had no problems with my health insurance. I never had a problem. They doubled whatever I gave with the 401k. So I just felt like, yo, if they could do that for us.
Man, you so right, dog. I'm sitting here thinking, I had a homie who called me a while ago, and he was talking about his girl worked for a company for, I think she was there 16 years. And I'm talking about she was at the top, like balling, doing her thing, killing the game. And he said, yo, when the COVID hit, they started doing layoffs. And she was like, man, you know, I've been here for a minute. Like, you know, surely I'm going to be the last one to get laid off. Bro, why was she one of the first people to get laid off? And then when they start calling people back, they was like, yo, you're not coming back. I'm saying to your point, E, like, yo, you giving ultimate blind faith and trust into a job that you thinking got your back, but your own stuff, you have failed to bet on yourself and say, yo, I'm about to start this business. I'm about to, invest in a company. I'm about to invest in, a product or a service or myself. And it's crazy to think that you would have more faith in an institution that don't care nothing about you, only care for what you could do for them. And then as soon as they done what they done, then you got in your own self. And that's deep, man. Go for it, Carl.
The part, so what E said was so huge because, like, going back to the cave, see, all of us went in the cave, but all of us went into our own tunnel. So there's a comfort, E, of knowing that I got y'all going through, but I gotta go through my tunnel. And E, the truth is, like, for real, this is why it was so deep for me. Like, let's just think the high S, the ground screw thing now. What's so deep is, E, I could jump all the other times because I had UNC there. So it was an easy jump for me. Like, I'm locked in. But the truth is, I ain't got nobody in this tunnel with me. And that's what I'm saying
deep,
for
Carl.
me.
Let's make sure they understand the visual.
Right.
So
Bruh,
it's
serious.
6 caves. No, I just want to make sure they understand the visual. We all got there, thought we were going together. Like, we all just about to walk through this big tunnel together. And they like, nah. You got your own cave. Y'all gonna go at the same time. But you can't hear nobody. You can't communicate nothing.
Nope. So I want people to, for real, and again, when I tell y'all the cave is life, like we ain't talking about no doggone cave. So again, I could hold on to C and they could drag me so far, but I have a cave that I have to go through. It ain't no way around it. I have to go through it. So the deep part that you just said is the first thing you do when you got out, and that just speaks to who you are as a person, is you looked around for all the people that you knew went in the cave with you. You see what I'm saying? But like we all have to go through the cave, and we got to go through our things. We got to deal with our family. We got to deal with our finances. We got to deal with, and we still locked in. We still brothers. We still all that. But Ma can't go through my cave for me. Like I had to put the next foot in front of that. So I want people to hear that strong. And see, that's what I'm saying. For me, it was so deep because for real, that's what I avoided my whole doggone life. That's what I've been avoiding. I want to go the easy route, or C going through there. Or I'm gonna go right there with C. Like, cool. C make the decision. I'm gonna support C in the decision, do everything I could to be with him. But I ain't trying to go through the cave on my own. And I'm saying at this time, I ain't had no choice. By the time I realized I was going through it by myself, I was already in it, doggone it. Oh, crap. What am I going to do? All right, you do the only thing you can do. Go through the doggone cave. So I'm just trying to tell people, go through the cave. Don't trip. Go through the cave.
But see, dog, don't just go through it, grow through it. That's what we talk about.
There it is. There it is. Grow through it.
You gotta grow through it. And I think, and as crazy as it sounds, and Camille can contest to this, I think the reason why I keep going through caves, the reason why I go through volcanoes and all of this stuff is I understand that something takes place once I accomplish from start to finish. Whenever I accomplish it, I promise you, I was a better man when I went through that cave, and I was able, my faith level, my eyesight, everything got stronger. What's so crazy? I took the cave experience just 4 days prior. I took that experience onto the volcano, which was real life and death. I took that same thing, all those sensory things they want you to see, rely on your smell, rely on your feel and things like that. I took that same thing on that volcano, man, where it was real, you know. And so, like I said,
I got the video, Ma.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is how close I am.
Unbelievable. Wow,
that's crazy. Wow.
Oh yeah, Ma. That's.
I mean, you can
it
feel.
Again.
So y'all remember we was going through the cave and you felt that man-made heat they had coming out at you?
Right.
Yeah.
That prepared me for this real heat that came out this volcano here. The lava was just coming out, man, and it was just real. Knowing that, all right, I need to be careful because I'm walking. You see those rocks? I'm not walking on the street. I'm on those rocks, like how you see them just standing there. And if you fall, you falling into the lava. So it was for real. And those rocks, it felt like a sauna. But like I said, even after leaving there, I have grown to even more spiritually, even more mentally, even just with my faith level. I love experiences like that. And I think a lot of times people run from those things. You know, I ain't talking about crazy stuff. You got to go up an active volcano, but I'm just talking about just in life. You are afraid to go through anything, not knowing that the only way.
Okay, let's bring it back home then. All three of y'all, what's y'all cave? What was y'all cave? Or either what's the cave that you went through, or what's the cave that you looking to currently go through at some point?
Oh man, confidence. See, like again, we've talked about this so many times. Like, and that may sound simple to people, but again, I depended on everybody else for so much. I don't even want to like itemize it, but like for so much. So for me, it's like I was joking this week. I did the grounds crew call, and I was joking. I was like, "Yo, my shoulders hurt," and they were like, "What you talking about?" After going through that cave, I walked with my shoulders more square than I did before, and I was like, "Yo, my shoulders ain't used to be being held up there." And I'm being real. That's something like, "Yo, Carl, like I'm used to just kind of walking with my shoulders kind of hanging." I'm like, yo, that experience was so transformative for me. Like, for real, I've physically changed my stature since going through that. And I can, my shoulders are hurting me. Like, just from trying to hold them up in a different way now. See, so like real talk, that confidence of stepping out, bro, I can't even say it's an analogy. It's so parallel. It's like the exact same thing. The process of going through that. And now like, even as I've started Solo Creator Pro, all that kind of stuff, like I'm still doing it like, man, now I'm just like, no, I am. Like I'm saying, and that's after going through that. So all the stuff that I'm doing now, it's like a different feeling after experiencing that and seeing myself go through that cave. It's like, yo, it makes sense now. Let's go.
E, what's your cave?
Yeah, I think to Maul's point, Maul, you talked about, the volcanoes and, just the different things, and I think for me, there was a cave for me of trying to compete and then dominate in arenas where I didn't necessarily feel like they were naturally, a part of my experience, so corporate being one, and saying like, yo, I'm not from, that corporate space, I'm not familiar with, let's say maybe, like the white collar world, white collar experience. I don't have some of the, credentials or, the experiences, what I'm saying? I don't have the examples, but I'm going to go into a lane that is new to me and I'm going to compete in it. Just like, you got guys now who maybe were boxers who are going into like, MMA? And you got guys like in the MMA going into boxing, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like people are stepping into new arenas more where it's like, yo, I was dominant as a boxer, but I would dare step in the cage, you know what I'm saying? But there are people from the cage going like, yo, I'm more of a, jiu-jitsu, whatever, but I got to go in here and box. I can't use that skill set. It's like, I just got to use my hands. And so for me, more was like, yo, I'm going into corporate and the same success I had maybe in churches or schools, or maybe prisons or youth detention centers, it was like, yo, and then I felt like I was judged heavier and there was more at stake, in those corporate arenas. And so that was my cave. And I guess to Carl's point, to some extent, you could call it confidence. And I guess because I had never done it before, I went in it and I originally didn't have that same dog or tenacity that I had when I did sports, but to your point, Maul, I felt like, you gotta try. You gotta go in here and give it your best effort, put your best foot forward. And I would say, with the help of, C. Carl, I think we did a phenomenal job going into the corporate space and dominating that as well. But I don't know that when C and I first talked, what I'm saying, when we did the Guru story, that we would ever imagine doing, okay, Guru story is gonna be corporate. Like I don't think we thought that, but that was a space where I was like, yo, E, I know you ain't had no fights in that yet, or you haven't had an opportunity to be in that arena, bro. Go in there and kill it. And like I said, man, I'm proud of what we've done, in that arena.
Yep, Maul.
Yeah, mine is actually kind of opposite of Carl's. Carl was saying that you were saying you were relying on other people. Is that what you said? With me, I think my cave was for years, I've only depended on myself. For years, I never did anything if I had to have anybody else involved. For years, I was always, Jamal gonna start and Jamal gonna finish. It's gonna be Jamal. I think that I started to see a difference with Little J. When that was the first thing in my life that I couldn't do for myself. It was the first thing where I had to rely on something outside of me. And what I'm noticing is, now, going through what I went through with Little J for years, not being able to conceive them, have to rely on faith, have to, pray so much and things like that. It actually, I see what God was doing. God knew I would be doing what I'm doing today. But he knew that I couldn't do it by myself. Like if I didn't go through what I went through with Little J, I don't think that I would be able to sit there and listen to you as much when you was coaching me as far as with speaking.
Right.
I don't think, Carl, I would have been able to sit there while you was doing the Make Real Estate Real course and really trust that you was going to make it do what it did. I don't think that I would have been able to really sit there, and even receive things even coming from you. And it was crazy because here it is, you the number one motivation speaker in the world, but it was something about me before Little J, before that whole situation where it was just, I was just used to just depending on myself and nobody else. But then that was a cave. Now I see it's something I had to go through. I had to grow through something I had to grow through because now it's unbelievable how much I'm able to accomplish now, how much we're able to accomplish now.
Yeah.
I was really keeping myself in a cave. I thought that I was, doing it and I was doing so much, but it's not until I was able to, understand. And because of the example I had with little Jay, like you can't do everything by yourself. There's some things in life you just can't do and you need help, whether it's help from God, and God helps you through man also. So whether it's help from other people. And the second I was able to go through that cave, man, my life has changed. Because now, I understand, man, that you just can't do everything on your own, Jay. You got to trust, other people too.
Yeah. No, that's great, fellas. I guess I'll sum it up real quick for myself. Man, it was like, you got to imagine, like, I'm not going to say, I'm trying to say this correctly. I'm not great. I'm not a wordsmith, but like, I was kind of like the one that the family always looked at like, yo, CJ, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, always kind of had that energy around, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might have been captain of the team, president, I was just always like in that light, you know what I'm saying? I was the outgoing one. I was kind of the one that was looked at as like, yo, he's going to do big things. Like, ever since I was little, like not even sports wise, but just like, I was telling, it was funny, my parents were here and they were telling Candace, like, my nickname was Mr. Kindergarten. Like, they was just like, yo, there go Mr. Kindergarten. Like, that was like my nickname the whole year, because they was just like, yo, you was just ready for whatever. And so I would say that my cave, and when some place where I was just like, okay, God, this don't make no sense, would just be literally right after we left Michigan State and having everybody look at you like, yo, what are you doing? Like imagine, like, yo, here I am, bro. I'm 6'3.5". I'm like the biggest one in my family. I'm outgoing. I done won awards from the governor, from the president of the United States, all of these things. Everybody looking like he's going to be the one. But listen, when I graduated from college, I was the first one in my family. And I don't mean my two brothers and my mom and dad. I mean everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, here I am, a year after graduating from college and getting a master's degree. So when you get the master's, now everybody, bro, you know how they looking at a master's in the neighborhood. They like, see out of here. He a trillionaire. And to go, what, Carl, maybe 3 years?
Oh.
3 years without getting a check? Like zero. Like I think people think we capping when we like, yo, we wasn't getting paid. Like there was no money. And to have my wife taking care of us, and every once in a blue moon to have to be borrowing money from my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom worked at CVS. My dad worked at GM. Y'all know the story. Very blue collar. They ain't had bread like that. You know what I'm saying? And for me to be saying, yo, I need $500. I need, $600 here. I need $300 here. Like years removed from a master's degree. And again, I love my folks because they wasn't judging, but I could feel judgment from other places. And I just remember being like, wow, like, all right, God, this is crazy. And I don't know that this is necessarily what you want. And I'll tell you what, though, the cave is so sweet because if you pay attention while you're in the cave, the whole experience was called Senses, right? Like that was the name of the excursion.
Yeah.
And it was called that because everything else now, because they know you're in the dark, everything else now becomes heightened.
Yep.
Everything. Bro, like you could feel like the slightest bit of anything. Carl said it with your feet, with whatever. And so because I was in the dark, all my other senses heightened. My work ethic increased. You see what I'm saying? My relationship with E grew. You know what I'm saying? Like our relationships had to grow tighter in the cave. We had to like really trust one another. And so to say, I felt judgment when Candace, coworkers and stuff would be like, I think I told y'all before, but all the people who was traveling with their spouses, I'm not sexist at all. It was just all women traveling with their husbands. I was the only husband traveling with his wife. And people used to look at me like, yo, how long are you in town for? And I'm like, nah, I actually live in the apartment. They like, what? Like, what do you do for a living? Mind you, this is pre-like...
Yeah, COVID. And wasn't nobody working from the crib.
Nobody working from the crib, dog. Nobody working from the crib. And so imagine, again, I'm not trying to boost myself up, but I was who everybody thought was going to be And now I'm here, and so I would say that was my cave. And, I do say this, and I said this the other day. I was speaking, and I was like, okay, and Maul was there, and I was like, them same people who was kind of sneak dissing and looking crazy when we was in our 20s was the same people asking Candace how she retired at 31 and was like, what do you mean you're retiring? Like, you retiring like you going to get another job? She was like, no, I'm done working. And those same people who judged me in my cave are the same people who had to see me at the mountaintop. You feel me? So it's like, you can't shun your cave experience. And I think that was the crazy thing. And you alluded to it. But when I was in the cave, so what happened was, because I was hot and uncomfortable at first, I don't know about y'all, but my initial reaction was like, I'm about to sprint through this joint.
Right.
But then what I realized is I ain't as short as E. So I might hit my head if I run too fast, right? Like I was, so I was like, I'm talking about like Heisman Trophy through I'm out.
Right.
But to Maul's point,
Oh, yeah, you'd have bust your head.
I would have bust my head. But to Maul's point, I slowed down and I said, you know what? I need to enjoy every aspect of this, not only for what I'm going through right now, so that when I'm in the light, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. A lot of y'all right now, you're in the light. You're not even going through nothing. But the fact that you don't even appreciate it like you should, like, I don't know if anybody ever, again, this is COVID time, and so y'all ever been sick or like, you know what I'm saying? Like even a cold or something like that, right? And your nose is stuffed up, you got a headache, you got all this going wrong. Carl know what I'm talking about. And
Yes,
then,
sir.
do you ever think to yourself when you going through that, you like, man, I should have been so grateful when I had both nostrils working.
Yep.
Like, yo, I should have been so, like, when my head wasn't hurting and I felt 100% fine, I wasn't even faithful with my 100%. It's like, dog, I should have been working out when I was 100%. I should have been eating right when I was feeling right. And so I think that's where I'm at now is, yo, I'm not in the cave now, but I need to be appreciative of the light, understand that the cave is there, and whether I go through it again or not, I'm going to survive and I'm going to be okay. And I think people get so lost in the cave and they get so scared that they stop moving. So even though Maul ended up right back where he started, he kept moving and went back through it. And eventually he came out on the other side. And a lot of y'all, you just either stop in the cave or you run backwards to where Maul went and was just like, yo, take me around this joint. I'm not going back through it. And you miss a lot of the blessings that, life has to offer when you do that,
Hey, and
Yeah,
see, no, real quick, I'm gonna share the video of, I got probably a 30-second video of what we saw on the other end of the cave so they could see. I ain't gonna do it now because I'm not sure how my Wi-Fi is working, but I'm gonna make sure we get that video in there so y'all can see the waterfall. I ain't gonna describe it, y'all will see it. But that's life. Like for real, you're going through it and you're in the dark, you're uncomfortable, you're feeling stuff. But if you could just keep going, and let me ask y'all this, and for real, y'all, we didn't even talk about this. Did it feel long when you saw the first flicker of light? Like, didn't it feel long before you actually got to the light, or was that just me?
Oh, no, it felt long.
Bruh.
Bro, I'm looking like, y'all
And
see
can I
the
be
light.
real?
Go for it.
We probably wasn't in there but a couple seconds.
Oh, you lose track of time. There's no such thing as time in there. I don't know if I was in there for 20 minutes or 4.
Or not.
I'm just saying, I don't know if I was in there for 20 minutes or 4 minutes. But what I'm telling you is, had you cut the light on and we walked through that same thing, it would have seemed so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it would have seemed so quick. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that it was dark, it seemed longer than what it was. You feel me? And I'm talking to somebody right now.
Yeah, y'all podding today.
Yeah.
Y'all podding today.
It's dark.
Come on.
It's dark. And it seemed longer than, for real, it's dark. So you don't really know what's in front of you. You don't know how long you got to go. Like, you don't know if it's going to be hot again, cold again, the cold rocks, the hot rocks, the lion roaring, the bear screaming. Like, you don't know. And so, because you don't know, you're making up stuff. You're making up fear. You're making up anxiety. You're telling yourself crazy, stupid stuff. Stop. And C said it earlier. Enjoy the journey. I'm trying to tell y'all, the first part you go through is hot as all get out. You feel the sand. And I too felt a little anxiety on the heat, boy, because I ain't the one. I don't like hot temperature like that. But guess what? I stopped and I said to myself, E, you in here, bro. You in here. You in here. Like, you enjoy it. It don't make sense to go through this excursion and have a terrible time. Like, close your eyes, relax, immerse yourself. I'm telling you, immerse yourself in the cave. If you in the dark, immerse yourself in the dark. Don't be fighting the dark. You feel me? Don't be kicking, scratching, cussing the dark out. Just immerse yourself in it. Keep walking. Remember what I told y'all, small steps, great distances. Now, listen to me. This is an added bonus. I don't know if we shared this with y'all or not. But my man told us, if you get in the cave and you get to the point where you feel so overwhelmed and you just don't think you can make it through, start raising your hands. That's what my man said. Raise your hand and somebody will get you, right? I'm telling you, if you in the cave and you feel overwhelmed, raise your hand. Mm-hmm. Somebody gonna come get you. I'm telling you the truth. I've been in the cave. I'm telling you, raise your hand in the name of Jesus. Raise your hand and say help. And somebody gonna come get you. Somebody gonna come. I don't know how God gonna do it. He gonna send a friend. He gonna send a mentor. He gonna send an, listen to me, y'all. I was homeless, like for real, for real. For real, for real. Now, let my mom, you know what I'm saying? My mom might have a different story for you. I don't remember going to church coming up. Let me just tell you that. I don't remember it, okay? My mom might say Easter or something, we went or something like, I'm just telling y'all, I don't remember it. I don't remember praying, right? When I was homeless, for real, and my mom couldn't get in contact with me, and my mom was petrified. She didn't know what was happening with her son. My mom said she just was at her wit's end, and that night, an angel visited my mom and told her, he gonna be all right. This is what I'm telling y'all. An angel visited my mom and said, relax, he gonna be all right. And I get emotional every time I think about that story. Why? Because I'm all right. And the angel told my mom at a very vulnerable time, God sent an angel. God sent an angel. So my mom would know without a shadow of a doubt that this was a messenger from God. I'm telling you, if you in a place where it's dark and no human can save you, just raise your arms. Mm-hmm. Just raise your arms. Just say, help. I can't take this no more. Help. But don't fight the dark. Don't cuss the dark out. Don't start, catching fits. Just say help. And they told us, just say help. And guess what? Help is on the way. Now, all of us went through, but I did lose my shoe in a water raft, boy. And I went and got Ma, I went to go try to get my shoe, Ma. And as soon as I went to go try to get my shoe, like on the offset, boy, where you wasn't supposed to go, as soon as I went and got my shoe, Ma, a dude came out of nowhere with the red boy on. My man was like, can I help you?
Oh, is that why you was calling them
I'm trying
ninjas?
to get my shoe.
Is that why
he was like,
ninjas?
okay, but it looked like you struggling. And I was like, well, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? See, a little bit.
Slightly.
And my man was like, I got you. Let's go back this way. I don't know how he did it, but he pulled me and Didi while he was on his raft. I'm telling y'all, if you're going through the dark and you just can't call for help. And I had a young man send me a letter. He was like, man, I sent this letter to this celebrity, that celebrity, that celebrity, and they didn't respond. I'm hoping you'll respond. I'm like, I'm not responding either. Call Jesus. You need a bigger. If you didn't call them big dogs and they can't help you, I know I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? Call
I thought
Jesus.
he was about to say I responded back.
Me too.
Oh, no. Call Jesus. Don't call me. Hey, what Toby say?
Try Jesus.
Try Jesus.
Try Jesus. Don't try E.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Hey, Ma, I'm human, Ma. I'm in my dark moments too. I can't do it. Try Jesus.
But man, hey, I'll
Don't
say
try
one little
E.
part too. You know, even when I was going up that volcano, man, I told y'all, they started off, when we started that volcano, before we got off the bus, all the villagers had these horses. And they were like, would you like to rent my horse to go up the volcano? Would you like to rent my horse? 16 of us, everybody was like, we don't need a horse. Like, what you talking about? We about to go up this volcano. About 10 minutes into the volcano, because it's on a steep, bro. It's on like if you could just imagine like a 45-degree angle. Feel like you on elliptical with a 12 incline. About 10 minutes into it, the first 4 people, Hey, I need that horse up out of you.
I'm gonna get that. I need to get that horse.
About
Give me 2.
About 20 more minutes, let's say, into it. Camille hit me on the shoulder. I can't go no more.
You ain't put her on your back, dog?
Oh, fam. Camille was
Come
like,
on, Ma.
Hey, Camille was like, she said, I can't go no more. She said, baby, we need to turn around. And I said, look, I'm gonna turn. If you want to turn around, I'm gonna turn around with you. I go back down. But I was like, but man, I need to get to the top. I gotta do it. And then she was just like, all right, I get a horse. Yeah, baby, get on the horse. So I went, boom, we went and got a horse. And she went up the thing on a horse. All of a sudden, it was 4 of us left. And we still had about 2 more miles to go. And I just remember, like, somebody asked me, like, Jay, don't you got, like, didn't you tear both of your ACLs before? They was like, Jay, come on, see? It's a serious moment. He was like, Jay, didn't
In the police league.
I knew it was coming. E, that's why I just went. E, I just said, come on, see, go and get it out right now. Oh, man, you
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. It was right by the rim, like an alley-oop from Chris Paul. It was right by the rim.
Hey, man, where you find this guy, man?
God, you shouldn't have threw the alley.
Oh, he need Jesus. But, man, and then they said, somebody else was like, Jay, didn't you say that the doctors told you need to get the hip replaced? Then they say you're right, you got arthritis in your hip. But yet I was still going, man. But what happened, I wasn't feeling any pain. And the point I'm trying to make is that a lot of times when you go through your cave, right, a lot of your success depends on the preparation beforehand. I get on the elliptical every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day. And just getting on the not doing nothing crazy like what I was doing on the actual volcano, but just doing something every single day. That preparation prepared me to be able to climb that steep volcano without even no pain, no soreness the next day, nothing like that, man. And I was just like,
your
all
preparation dictates your experience in the cave.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm just saying, think about it, even financially. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you run into something financially, your preparation and how you lived to that point is going to dictate whether you come out and you straight or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, or whether you get spooked. I'm not trying to be funny. He say it all the time. Bro, you could take every dime that we got out of the accounts from all 4 of us. I promise you, it's going to sting for like a day, but I am 1,000,000% clear on the blueprint to how to get it back.
Oh, for sure. Without a doubt.
I know the blueprint like the back of my doggone hand because I was faithful over that process. And even in the cave and everywhere else, I took notes and I know where I'm at. I was in preparation mode. We was on the elliptical. You know what I'm saying? So, no, that's a word. Even more like you said, even, shout out to Sean Stevenson. He was telling us when at the very beginning of COVID. He said, man, he said, all right, cool. You can take all the vitamins you want. You better work out. Yep. The best preparation to fight that joint is a healthy immune system. Yep. Flat out. He's like, you could do all that other stuff, and it's cool. If your butt can't walk a mile, you're going to have some issues when, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And so, no, that preparation is key. We could probably go all day talking about this, but I know we got things to do. He trying to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to set his candles and jazz for the night.
Grown man gifts.
Turn off the lights.
Overflow. He living in overflow right now.
Hey, I'm going to be real. Hey. If I could say one last thing about the cave, my real incentive to get through the cave was make sure somebody else wasn't spending my life insurance policy. You know what I'm saying? If I'd have died in that joint.
Hey, anytime y'all start doing anything too hectic, I'm just gonna be like Jerome. I said Jerome's in the house.
I said,
anytime y'all do something, hey, but we got to do a podcast, y'all. Mm-hmm. We got to do a podcast. Come back and revisit this because I don't know if they sent it to y'all, but Nikki, Nick, and Jose, they sent me a text, man. They was like, yo, man, I appreciate the exposure. Like, don't get it twisted. I know, you know what I'm saying? We ain't say nothing. We was there, and we don't want you to think we take this for granted. But we know we wouldn't have been there without. And so I would love, man, at some point for them to come on and talk about, their experience. Because again, y'all got to realize, when we talked about Maul doing real estate for 20 years, it's like we got an opportunity to be in a world that we didn't create on our own, and get the benefits of a world that he spent the last 20. And it's the same thing when, people come to these phenomenal life, events. First of all, most people aren't even doing the type of research that we're doing on facilities. Most people just going with the popular ones. I see people all the time, I'm like, they went to the spot in Jamaica, like, spot in Cancun, everybody going to. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean say that disrespectfully, but I'm just saying like they're going to places that are not necessarily, the 5-star, 6-star joints that's hidden, to the public. And then I was telling my boy, because he was like, okay, beautiful excursions. I hear you, beautiful property, but the food. And I was like, bro, this ain't like no carnival, bro.
Man.
When you get tired of the food by day 2.
No.
I was like, bro, the food was unbelievable.
No. Yeah, listen,
so
it's Phenomenal Life 2022. We only taking like 200 and some people, I think.
Okay.
250, something like that. So listen, I'm telling y'all now, you got a whole year, okay? You got a year. I believe Tay said the site would be live next week, but it's live enough right now for you to go put in your name and email address, all right? So go to Phenomenal Life 2022, 2022, Phenomenal Life 2022, and put your name and email in. The site will be live depending on when you hear this. If you're listening on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it might not be live till Monday. But go there right now. You got a year. You can finance however you want to do your payment system, but you do not want to miss it next year. It is going to be a phenomenal, life-changing experience again. And so, again, if you want to be around other individuals, I can't even tell y'all about. We didn't even go into the excursion, Maul. We didn't go into the fact the cliff jumps. You know what I'm saying? We didn't go into any of that. The fact that my wife jumped off a cliff. You know what I'm saying? Literally because she saw other people doing it and capable of doing it, and doggone it, they hit the water and came back up. And that's the faith component. And what he talked about, being around other people who believe, other people who have done it, other people who have gone through it. And if you in a cave or you struggling right now, or you trying to look around in your circle and you don't see anybody, man, come through. Let me tell you the biggest testament to Phenomenal Life 2021. About 99% of the people who came signed up at the conference to go to the next one. Now, luckily, like I said, we didn't have a ton of people because of COVID, but next year it's going to fill up fast. So make sure you go to Phenomenal Life 2022. We look forward to all of y'all being in that joint and coming and hanging out with us.
Hey, Didi got a question for you, C.
Yeah.
Didi got a question for you.
I got one last question for you, CJ. And I'm not one to be in anybody's personal financial business. But how much did y'all tip y'all butler? You gotta tell me. You gotta
he
tell
got broke off. No, he retired, D. He retired. Yeah, my man retired. As soon as we left, man.
CJ Butler was so good that Camille and I,
man.
we didn't even see our Butler. We only messed with CJ's, but seriously, he was phenomenal.
No, all the Butlers was solid.
Phenomenal.
But shout out to Kiyoshi. My man was on another level, bro. No, my man and Candace, listen. Candace was like, go back to the ATM and pull out 7 million pesos. I was like, what in the world? Shout out to the pesos. The pesos are how you feeling like you balling. Bro, I took $500 American dollars out. I walked around like Big Meech with the pesos.
Hey, so while you tripping though, Carl, I'm about to send you. So when we was in Guatemala, we had the best service I've ever experienced in my life. I asked the people if they wanted to move to Chicago, and I could hook them up in real estate. And Carl, I just sent you. Carl, I just sent you the picture there. Now you talking about tip? Hey, bro, we blessed. I'm talking about they made almost like a year's salary, bro, based off of just we blessed them so much. It was
tipping y'all out.
All had masseuses, butlers, chefs. They had all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't graduated to get invited on that type of trip yet. You know what I'm saying?
It was like coming to America, bro. We woke up to the mariachi band just playing music. I was like, I felt like a king for real, bro.
Like that?
Oh, like that. I could send video to that too. Carl, I just sent you the
Boom. Oh, you got it.
Oh, look at that. Oh, bro, they lived in the house with us.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, have you ever had an Airbnb that had in-house? So the woman next to Camille, she was the cook. And she cooked. I'm talking about she would not let you make anything. You couldn't even pour your own water. The lady that's next to me with a thumbs up, oh man, she did washed your clothes. I'm talking about everything. And then my man here, he was there to fix anything. The pool wasn't warm enough. He'll make it warm. I mean, just everything, bro. It was amazing.
Hey, E, when we get Carl, when we get grown, maybe we can, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Maybe we could go on the deluxe trip. You know what I'm saying? The deluxe. To the deluxe apartment
in the sky,
surrounded by volcanoes.
Crazy.
So Phenomenal Life 2022. Y'all heard it, man. Don't miss it. next year. It's going down. You got a whole doggone year. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Also, man, Maul, make real estate real, man. You're making people cry. I see you going viral. Just blessing folk.
I can't open up my computer without seeing
Tell us about Make Real Estate Real, dog.
Man, Make Real Estate Real, man. It's probably one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done in my life, E. Not because I'm making money, because now I'm able to see other people, bro. To see people send me pictures. And it's crazy. Now, we don't never guarantee no results of 100K, but I've been seeing people showing me 100K checks like it's nothing. And it's just like, wow, like unbelievable. Like the legacy and the generational wealth behind that, man.
Including one of the people on this pod, but we're going to say that for next week. We're going to say that for next week. We're going to tell y'all how Carl just sitting back. I'm going to tell you why Carl's shoulders really up in the air.
Hey, E, Carl's walking around Mexico. Where the money reside? Where the money reside?
Where the money reside?
Tamisha got in and she was doing her thing.
Hey. So, hey, listen, makerealestatereal.com. All of y'all asking, how can you get in the capital infusion program? How can you get assistance with your down payment? You got to go through Make Real Estate Real first so we know you're a qualified, knowledgeable investor. So go to makerealestatereal.com. Carl, what's going on with Solo Creator Pro, my brother?
We still rocking it. So stand by. Within the next 3 weeks, the first Wednesday of next month, I'm doing something special. I got Jose. Jose did a masterclass a couple of months ago on Canva. It's a software that everybody's learning to use. And it's one of these software that you have to know if you're going to be, serious about social media, especially doing it on your phone. So Jose is actually going to do a part 2 to that masterclass. So I haven't put any promo. Y'all hearing it here first. So look out for that. We'll launch that soon. But, man, if you have not yet, solocreatorpro.com. Make sure y'all sign up, man. We are rocking. I got 600 and something people that have gone through it so far, and I still do not have a negative review. I'm not even asked. I'm just saying. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you. I'm looking at it. I don't have a negative review. So everybody out there that's like, man, I'm not sure. It's $97, y'all. Quit playing. Just try it. And for real, find something wrong and tell me, because I'm learning to go through the cave now, y'all. Find something wrong and tell me, and I promise you, we coming out sweeter on the other end of the cave anyway. So solocreatorpro.com, man.
Yeah, I just sent you everything, Carl.
Yeah,
I sent you all the ATV videos.
Yeah, make sure y'all go to YouTube so y'all can watch all the highlights from Phenomenal Life 2021. Also, Organifi. Shout out to Organifi, the superfood green juice powder, keeping us all powered up on this podcast, keeping us healthy, keeping us out of that physical cave, all right? So go check it out, Organifi.com or Organifi.com.
At the end of the
go ahead and step all over my read. I appreciate you. Go ahead and just ruin my read. You know what I'm saying? He don't care nothing about my little. You know what I'm saying?
It's a free podcast. I done told you that a million times. It's a free podcast. You try to be all professional.
I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? All right, whatever, man. What was you saying tomorrow now?
I was just saying it's been dark the whole time. Now all of a sudden the light come on at the end of the podcast.
That's what you said, E. When you make it to the end of the cave, brother, the lights come on.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Sometimes you got to put your hands in the air.
You know what I'm saying? All right, man. We'll let y'all get out of here, man. Appreciate y'all listening. Go share the podcast with somebody. Check out the YouTube version of this so y'all can see all the Phenomenal Life pics. We're out of here. We love you. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul.